Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the New York Yankees. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, please welcome your New York Yankees.
The lefty on the mound for the Yankees, Ryan Weathers. What do we need to know here?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Just about to get started, Jacob Marcy digs in now. And with that, we're underway in the Bronx.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The 1-2. On the ground, right side. Rice takes it himself. 1 out in the top of the first.
Batting second, the second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Here in the Bronx, just getting settled into this one.
That's the ball.
And that one almost hit him.
Yes.
Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now it's going to be Agustin Ramirez. Step off, throw to first. Edwards back in on a dive. The 0-1. Rudder takes off. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and that was not close. Off the mark there. Ball 2. Move to second, and he's back in there. Man at second. And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit into the outfield. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe. In comes the run from second. On the board first, it's 1-0. 1 down. Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1. Oh.
I don't know how you take that.
That was a strike. Here's the pitch. Run around the toe. Swing and a ground ball. Rolls across the diamond. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Otto Lopez.
And a foul ball. Close, but call the ball. Ball 1.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. That's inside. And that one upstairs. Got him swinging. Good job at damage control right there. Back here in New York and getting the start for Miami, Max Meyer. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Trent Grisham, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. So he blasts one out the other way, and it ties it up. It's 1-1. That's a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Right through there for a strike.
The big bat's coming up and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
That misses. Ball 1. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Inside.
Ball 3.
Full count now.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
And that one did find the strike zone, so they've still got both their challenges. Bellinger up to hit.
Whoa.
Tied up here in the early going. That one finds the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nope, outside.
In the air, right field. Casey gets under it, and there's 2 down.
Batting for the first baseman, number 22, Dan. Right.
That one fouled off.
Ball.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Struck him out without a swing. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball at the knees. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. Top of the second, and at the plate for Miami, Owen Casey. Ryan Weathers will get back to work. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting 7, the first baseman, number 1, Connor Norby.
And there's a foul ball. Now fly ball to right center. And there's 1 down. 1 out, man at first. Now the left fielder, Griffin Conine. Conine in his second season, 28 years old, and he was a second-round pick. back in 2018. Checks over to first, back safely. The lefty, the 1-0. Runner on the move.
That's a ball.
Pitch misses. Throw to second. He's safe. Check on the runner. Casey.
He's safe.
Gonna dive. And it's second. There's a strike. Now 2-1. Misses the sweeper. And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Heads up base running right there.
And a payoff pitch. Lifted in the air down the left side. And a base hit knocks in a run.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Out towards right center field. Grisham under it. And there's 2 away. Back to the top of the Miami order. Jacob Marcy now at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. Marcy wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now.
Oh!
Kona leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2 balls and a strike. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. Still 2 challenges left for them. Got him swinging. Bottom of the second. And stepping in for New York, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
No, that's a ball. Hey!
Right through there for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Swings and misses, struck him
Batting
out.
6, the second baseman, Jr.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Austin Wells in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Ball 2.
And a swing and a miss. Now quick throw to first. He's back in easily. Foul ball there. Just missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. It bangs off the wall. Jazz on his horse coming around third. The relay throw. He scores to tie it up. It's 2-2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out and a runner at second. Bottom half of inning number 2. That one missing inside. Now 3-0. In there at the knees. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. Here's Ryan McMahon now.
Third baseman.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
The center fielder, number 12, Ricka.
Right through there for a strike. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Two on, 2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off. Missed with a changeup. Full count out. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field. Marcy should have this one. And that is the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards.
Whoa.
This one in the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Augustine Ramirez.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Swings through that one.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
A swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Liam Hicks. He's 0 for 1.
Ball. Hot.
Edwards over at first with 1 away.
Ball.
up the catcher and rolls away. The throw into second, not going to get him. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position. And it's second. Check swing called strike. Now 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
The batter, number 6, shortstop Otto Lopez.
Late with the swing there.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Ball 1.
Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Late swing, fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Marlins.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Owen Casey will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that is out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Got it swinging for the strikeout. Set for the bottom of the third. Now up is the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge.
Ball 1.
You know, these Yankees do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Like I said, his pitch count is high, so I got to expect they'll be turning to their bullpen sooner than they had hoped.
Bellinger.
This one trailing, right center field. That one heading for the fence, and down. A 2-run blast. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 4-2. Next to hit, Ben Rice. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And it's fouled away. Stays alive.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the home run.
Right field, Giancarlo Stanton.
Gets the slider in there for a strike. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Ball to strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
The batter, number 13.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
No,
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. On the ground at first, Norby. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 4-2. As we go to the top of the fourth. And at the plate for Miami, Connor Norby.
No, that's a ball.
Popped up. Chisholm has a beat on it. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Marlins, the left fielder, Griffin Conine.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The 0-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Miami, Graham Pauley. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Woo!
There's a strike. Next offering upstairs. And that one is inside. That misses the zone. Ball 3. Sets him down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. Back now in the Bronx. Bottom 4, Austin Wells. Stepping in now for the Yankees.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Making 7 strikeouts for him.
Shortstop.
Swing and a foul out of play. Oh, 1 down. Just
that's
missed.
a ball.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1 and 2. Now he's challenging the called strike, and it's going to stay a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. That one misses. Ball 2. That's down and in. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8. 2 down, base is empty. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a ball lifted left field. That is the inning. We go to the top of the fifth. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Jacob Marcy. Tap foul at the plate. And there's the ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Second baseman, Gabriel Edwards.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Pulls it in for the out. Agustin Ramirez getting ready to hit. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one.
Well,
Ramirez goes 6'1", 24 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Foul ball. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back in New York, bottom of the inning, Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
well,
And the 1-0. Swings through that one for strike one.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Fouls one off. 2-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball one. Crush, left center field. This one's deep, forget it. A solo shot, and they boost their lead. It's 5-2. On the mound now, Andrew Nardi. This is his 3rd time out this year. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Hammered down the right side, the foul.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
And that's downstairs and outside. That one misses. We'll count now. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Ben Wright.
Close, but called a ball. Ball one. Rice thought that one missed, and here comes the challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Two down, nobody on. That
Ball
one
three.
missed. That pitch clips the outside corner. And the count is 3-1. Rice wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Payoff pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Lopez under this one. And that'll do it. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, number 39, on for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium. But the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher. Whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw. And just let him lead you in this one.
That one way outside. Ball one.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
In the dirt, now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
The 2-2. McMahon. Jump throw. High throw to first, and he can't reach it. Now he'll turn for second, and he's into second with nobody out. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Otto Lopez, the next to hit, was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's outside, and it's 1-0. The shortstop takes the ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That's out the corner.
Just off the inside edge. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Thank you, babe.
Up next for the Marlins, the right fielder, Owen Casey.
On the ground. There's one. And two. What a play. So digging in, Connor Norton. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying. And he brings it into the warning track. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, going to bottom six, Giancarlo Stanton stepping in now for the Yankees.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate. League average is around 30%, but they're at less than 20% right now.
Falling behind 2-1.
It's been tough fooling these hitters, and those chase rate numbers back it up. They've been really smart at the plate, and that's one of the best ways to frustrate a pitcher because nothing seems to come easy.
Got him. One away, bottom of the sixth.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jr.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Yankees up by 3 here in the bottom of the sixth. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Wells in the box again, takes the strike. Here's your 1.
Oh.
That's a little bit low. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone. New pitcher for the Marlins, John King.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Step off throw to first, and he's back in safely. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Hard grounder just inside the line. Base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Down the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. And that one gets past the catcher. Both runners advance on the pass ball. 2 in scoring position. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. This one in the air center field. Marcy under it. And that is that. Top of inning number 7. And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. That one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a ball.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him swinging for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Ball one there.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive. Comes the 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. There's a swing and a drive. And it gets by him. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay, not in time. He's safe.
He was all over that one. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
1 down, runner at third. Jacob Marcy, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. He makes the grab. Runner tagging and heading for home. He's in on the sacrifice fly. And they cut the lead to 2.
Second base, Edward.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Ball 1.
Way
Ball
high.
2.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Now all even up. And down on strikes. And that's the 3rd out. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 7th, Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
That's a ball.
And another ball.
That's a ball.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
This ball's chopped to the ground. The flip to the pitcher covering. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
The designated hitter, number 99, Aaron Judge.
There's the strike. And Judge takes a strike. Next pitch is outside.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Hammer, base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Yankees,
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's already homered in this game.
Bellinger.
Sliced hard but foul. The 0-1. Way outside and it gets away. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. And it's second. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Good job to fight that one off. In the dirt. That missed by a lot, and the count is filled up. Got him looking. 2 gone now.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, dead. Right.
Ball 1. Hey!
Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Oh.
That one in the dirt. Ball 2. Next offering misses down and away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
That's ripped into the outfield. And the inning is over.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Yarbrough. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Now here's the Marlins DH, Agustin Ramirez.
Nope. Ball 1.
Yarbrough
Nope.
in
That's
his
away.
8th season, 34-year-old vet, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014.
That's out
Just
the
missed.
corner.
And there's the automatic.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Smoked to the left, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Marlins, the catcher, number 34, Leon Hicks.
That one a little bit high. Ball 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Tying run at the plate.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
The batter, number 6.
Now, Otto Lopez.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. Carrying well. Out of here. And this game is tied. Grounds one to short. Fires in time.
Number 41, Leo Ingram.
Ripped on a line to center. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Anthony Bender.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Swing and a ground ball. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
The batter, number 13. Second baseman, Jack Jr.
That's towards center. Marcy under it. 2 away. And here is Austin Wells.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that ends the inning. Back for more from the Bronx. And at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Out to short, Caballero. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, Graham Harlan.
Nope, that's off the plate. No, that's a ball.
A little bit high. And that's ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And he walked him on 4 pitches. And the go-ahead run is on base. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, David Bednar. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Here's the center fielder, Jacob Marcy. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
That's the strike. And now 1 and 2.
That's a really good take.
That's down and in.
The batter is second baseman, Edwards.
Looked like it was a little bit up.
Oh!
This one in the air, right field. And it's just foul. The 2-1. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Boyle's a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. So now 2
Nope,
on
take it away.
and 2 outs. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. Stepping in, Agustin Ramirez. Fly ball down the line, and that will drop foul. Two on, 2 outs.
He's fallen behind in a huge spot here. He's got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
In the dirt. But no advance from the runners. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's too low. It's 2-2. In the air to left center. Grisham on the move to the gap. And that's the 3rd out. Back at Yankee Stadium, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jose Caballero.
That's a ball.
Shortened the bunt and missed it, and the count is 1-1. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. Rip, but it curls foul. And a payoff pitch. Hit in the air, left field. And there's one away.
Up next for the Yankees, the 3rd baseman, Ryan McMahon.
That's a ball.
Just missed. All tied up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. The other way, in the air to make the catch. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Michael Peterson. Now here's Trent Grisham. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That just misses. Now 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Swings through it for the K. That's the 3rd out, and we'll play extra innings in this one.
Now pitching for the
Brent Hedrick on a pitch here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to.
Go ahead, run on base. Liam Hicks digs in now.
Liam Hicks.
And it's second. In the air to left center. Grisham is there, makes the catch.
The batter, number 6, Otto Lopez.
And that's outside.
That's the ball.
Shortstop takes the ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So
Nope, that's
I
low.
think the confidence level is raised right here.
Here's a 3-0. There's a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Marlins. the
First and second, 1 out. Owen Casey, the next up for the Marlins. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That one lifted to left. Brings it in.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, Alberto Hernandez.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Ground ball, left side. Dives and kicks it on the infield. Nicely done for the out. On to the bottom of the 10th.
For the Yankees,
Stepping in for New York,
designated hitter,
Aaron
number
Judge.
99, Aaron Judge.
Oh, this one's blasted. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game.
When you get to extra innings, it seems like every guy is trying to come up with the big swing to hit the homer and end the ball game. Well,
The 7. And towing the slab, Ryan Weathers. What do we have on him?
a power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at bat.
Just about to get underway. Jacob Marcy now at the plate.
Number 87, Jacob Marcy.
No, that's a ball.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
One down.
Batting second, the second
Weathers
baseman,
making his first start of the year. A former first-round pick back in 2018. Just missed. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. That misses. Ball 2. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. And they'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. 2 outs, base is empty. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off. That one hammered, but pulled foul. 0-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound today, Max Meyer. What do you got on him, Chris?
He may not dominate, but he always keeps the club in the game. If you can score runs, you have a really good chance to win with him on the mound today.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
Huh.
And that one's a little bit low. And it's 1-1.
Nope. Ball 2.
A little out front there as he swings through it. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him. One away.
Batting second, the designated hitter, number 99, Aaron Judge.
That's in for a strike.
Ball 1.
And that's too high. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
This one in the air, center field. Marcy under it. And that is that. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Liam Hicks. Ryan Weathers will get back to work. That one misses,
that's a ball.
And that's ball 1. Foul ball there. Hit on the ground to short. Caballero slings it across, and quickly one away in the second.
That is fit. The shortstop, Otto Lopez.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone, so they still got both their challenges.
Nope, outside. That's a ball.
No score here in the second. That one fouled off. 2-2. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
That is hit. The right field.
Next to hit, Owen Casey. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Swings through that one. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That K is his third of the game.
The first baseman, number 1, Connor Norby.
Here comes the 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. We head to the bottom of the second. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Ben Rice.
22, Ben Rice.
Oh! No, that's a ball.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 2-1. That's inside. That's in there. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Pitch misses, and the count is even, 2-2. That one missed.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Payoff pitch. Stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field. Marcy under it. Makes the grab. One out man at first. Jazz Chisholm Jr. getting ready to hit. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. And foul ball. This one in the air, right field. And he makes the catch.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
28. Austin. Well.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. The 1-1.
Ball.
That clips the corner. Rice, the runner at first with 2 gone. That one the other way. And that's just foul. In the air, left field. Conine on his way over, and that'll do it. On to the third inning, and now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. And that one hammered way back there. See you later. He wastes no time on this one. The Marlins on the board first. It's 1-0. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a high fly ball left field. 1 down. So up next Jacob Marcy. Fly to left his first time. Out towards right center field. Grisham moving under this one. And there's 2 away.
The batter number 9, second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
That's in for a strike. Out to short. On the run, throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. Back here in New York, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. Meyer back to work. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Grabs it barehanded, over to first. But he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
McMahon.
It's off first.
He's in there.
Dives back in safely. Splits the plate. That's strike 1. Runner takes off. Fought off foul. Oh, and 2 now. Ball 1 there. In the dirt. And the runner stays where he is. The 2-2 on the way. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Next for the Yankees.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. Struck out swinging his first time. Caballero back in on a dive. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. He's got it.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Yes.
Caballero off of first with 2 away. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. Back in New York. Now here's the Marlins DH, Agustin Ramirez.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Ball 1.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Set down on strikes. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair. This one in the air center field. 2 down. Otto Lopez, the next to hit. Single to right in his first trip.
No, that's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
This one in the air right field. And it falls. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Marlins, the right fielder, Owen Casey.
Strike 1.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
In the dirt. One-two now. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. First and second, 2 outs. Connor Norton, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a foul straight back. 2 on, 2 outs. And it's through for a hit. Oh, and it hits the base. Lopez around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control. And it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
On the ground. And it goes just foul. Up empty.
Well, he homered earlier in the game, but showing no fear on the mound so far in this at-bat. He's just attacking the strike zone.
Swings and misses, struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back in the Bronx, ready to go, bottom 4. Cody
fielder,
Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees.
Bellinger.
And that drops in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
There's a line drive to left field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw. He's in there.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And fouled off. Runner at third, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2-2 now. And there's a ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him looking. Huge strikeout there. Gil Challenge thought that was a ball, and the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep both their challenges. Here's Stanton now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that is out of play. Runners on the corners, no outs. Swings through that one out front that time.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get ground ball, double play.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that is a big first out. No question about this one. It's out of here. A massive home run. And they take the lead. It's 3-2. One down. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. And first offering is fouled off.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
The 1-2. That was the sweeper, but it missed. And now it's filled up.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
The shortstop,
Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. And another ball. That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front. And that one is inside and it's ball 4.
Up next for the Yankees.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. He's 0 for 1. Up the middle, Lopez there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Back now in the Bronx, and at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Over to first. One away here in the fifth.
Up next for the Marlins, the center fielder,
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Good eye in that spot.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
That one missed. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Now it's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards. A switch hitter batting right.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. That's off the mark. Ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Trent Grisham.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. Still one challenge left for them.
That's a ball.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
The designated hitter, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
The 0-2. On the ground to short, Lopez. Tosses to first. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. And here comes Bellinger. 1 for 2.
Bellinger.
Line to left. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22.
New pitcher for the Marlins, Andrew Nardi.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
And on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss at a slider.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
1-2 now. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Back for more from the Bronx. Now here's the Marlins DH, Agustin Ramirez. Swing and a foul out of play. 0-1 now. And
That's
ball
a ball.
1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And that's
No,
off the
that's a
outside
ball.
edge. And that's ball 2. Tap foul at the plate. Here's a 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. Fights it off. He'll see another. That pitch just misses the inside corner, and it's 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And he walked him. And after that long battle, he's aboard, representing the tying run.
Next to the Marlins.
New pitcher for the Yankees, number 39. On for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
That clips a corner. The Marlins with the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Way inside, and that hit him.
Take your base.
The batter, number 6.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. He's 2 for 2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner around third. He'll score and they tie it. It's an RBI single. Back even. It's 3-3. Lined into right. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Now a wide throw to third. Go ahead run on base. Connor Norton will hit next.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
This situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. It's a really good take, knowing he's got an opportunity.
Swing and a high fly ball to right. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. In comes the runner from third. 4-3. They take the lead.
The left fielder, Griffin Conan.
And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Ground ball left side and foul ball. That's too low. Ball 1.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Ball.
Delivers outside. Quick go to first, and he dives back in safely. Popped popped up to the left into foul ground. And that is that. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the sixth, Giancarlo Stanton stepping in now for the Yankees. Late on that fastball. And a swing and a miss. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string of the changeup.
Second baseman, Jr.
First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. The Fish leading by a run here in the bottom of the sixth.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Fouls one off. 2-2. That one missed. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Payoff pitch, and he walked it. And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk. Austin Wells now at the plate. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. In there at the knees. That's strike two.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Up next for the Yankees,
left-hander out of the bullpen, John King.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
On the ground out to short. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. Back in the Bronx, and now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. Ball one there.
Up.
The 2-2. Got him looking. And there's one away.
Up next for the Marlins, the center fielder, Jacob Muncy.
Oh!
Next pitch is outside. And that misses off the outside edge. through there for a strike. In for a strike, and now 3-2.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
The batter number 9, second baseman, Xavier.
So digging in, Xavier Edwards. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That misses.
That's a
Ball
ball.
1. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Up next,
Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Here goes the runner. And that one ripped to left. Oh, he can't squeeze it. Now a long throw home. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And they lead by 2. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Fernando Cruz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Runner at first with 2 away. Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. Fouled off left side. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Cruz, 35 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2007.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
That was pretty nasty. Back at Yankee Stadium, set for the last half of the 7th. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The changeup missing. Ball 1. The Yankees looking to rally. Outside low. 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2-2 now. And that just misses. He goes down looking, and he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Way to lay off that pitch down. Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Tying run at the plate.
Strike 1.
The kick and the pick. Runner goes. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And now 2-2. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Yankees.
Here's Judge now. 0 for 3 in this one.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it.
Close one doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
The Yankees with the tying run at the plate near the bottom of the seventh. And there's a strike.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
That one finds the zone as it counts full.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
And that's a strikeout looking. And he strikes out the side of the seventh. So the call will stand. No challenges left for them now. A new arm into the game, the righty, Michael Peterson.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away, if you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Next one misses. Ball one. McMahon leads off first with 2 down to the inning. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back in the Bronx, we go to the 8th. Otto Lopez digs in now. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. That misses. Full count back. In the air, right field. Stanton settles underneath it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Marlins, the right fielder, Owen Casey.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Swings through that. Just misses with that one. Outside low, and it's a full count. Got him. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Marlins.
2 down, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Connor Norby.
No, that's the ball. Woo!
Got him. That's out number 3. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice.
Oh.
Pitch
Nope.
misses
Ball
there.
three.
Ball three. That one
That's
misses.
high. Ball
So
four.
lead
Take
off
it back.
walk.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
That
Ball
one
one.
misses. That's 5 straight. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. Out of here. Giancarlo Stanton blasts one out to the opposite way. And we are all tied up. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next to hit.
Strike. Woo.
Here comes the 0-1. Uh-oh,
That
that
hit
got
him.
him.
First base
And
is
the
yours.
potential winning run is
Next
aboard.
for the Yankees, the catcher,
So they turn
number
things
28,
over to the righty, Anthony Bender.
Well, now pitching for Miami, number 37, Anthony Bender.
Not close with that one, and that's ball 1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
There's a strike, 3-1. That clips the corner. Strike 3, got him with the backdoor breaking ball. Go ahead, run on base. Jose Caballero will hit next.
That's a ball.
The 1-0.
Hey.
Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. He tossed first, and he's back in safely. The 1-1. Runner on the go. Pitch it for a strike. Throws, save. That's the stolen base.
That was a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. Probably ruled a pass ball as the runner moves up to third. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
That's a
That's
ball.
the ball.
Tried the sweeper. Oh, that hit him. Here comes Jazz and he scores. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham. He swings and fouls one off. Out to short, Lopez. That ends the inning. now, and on the mound, the closer, David Bednar.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Splits the plate, strike one.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but put the bat on his shoulder.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a base hit right there. And that puts the tying run on base.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
The 0-1. And that one missing low. The 1-1 is upstairs. Ball 2. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. And they jump in front in the ninth. It's 7-6. Now here is Jacob Marcy. 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts and a pair of flyouts.
Strike one.
Comes up empty.
The real threats are coming up, already giving up a home run in this inning. And they really have to bear down.
That one almost got him. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. In the air, left side. Bellinger on his way in. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. The new pitcher in the game, Ryan Yarbrough. He's into the game with the bases empty. And next is the designated hitter, Agustin Ramirez.
No, that's a ball.
Ball 1. That clips the corner.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Check swing, but he went too far. 1 and 2. Stays alive. But it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. High fly ball down the left field line. Bellinger going back. Has room, and he makes the catch. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Pete Fairbanks.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out. Right through there for his strike. Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
On the ground, down the line, and it's foul. bottom 9. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Next for the Yankees. The
And up
left
to the plate
field,
comes Cody Bellinger, known for his late inning heroics.
Oh.
And the 1-0. In the air to left center. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Dan Wright.
Ball. Low.
Well, an
Nope,
interesting
that's away.
situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Check
That's out the
swing.
corner.
Held up. 3 balls, no strikes.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
On the inside corner for a strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. Marcy gets under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, all game, this team had to battle.